the stuff that's going on in the world, you shouldn't let it bother you. You see everything on TV, everything on the news. They get your blood, get your blood boiling, get your blood pumping. But ignore everything on the news and everything on the TV. For the simple fact it's just designed to get you upset. Just relax. Don't worry about everything that you see on TV. Just relax and stay cool. Keep on working and paying your bills and doing everything that you usually normally do. Stop paying real big attention to all the news and the stuff that's going on around you to take you out of your zone. To stay in your zone. To stay in your zone is the very best thing is to stay in your zone. Mind your own business, A lot of this stuff that's going on right now in the world ain't a part of nobody's business. A lot of this stuff that's going on in the world right now is just pure beef between big families. And it don't have anything to do with you. It don't have anything to do with y'all little small pinions, including myself, a small pinion, coming up and voicing your guys' opinions on something you have no idea that it was a beef from way back in the 1500s to now. Yeah, kind of like the beef is like the between the Hatfields and McCoys. Just like the Hatfields and McCoys. That's how the beef was. They was family, they was all related, but I guess they didn't like each other, or I don't know, something happened between the cousins or something and the aunties, or some auntie must have slept with some sister's husband or something. I don't know what happened between the Hatfields and the McCoys, but if somebody does know about the Hatfields and McCoys, uh, let me know in the comments. Chat. If you know something about the Hatfields, if you know something about the Hatfields and McCoys, let me know something in the comments. Let me know something in the chat about the Hatfields and McCoys, because I just heard stories about them. Like they were family. Hatfields and McCoys were family, but they just didn't get along, and something happened where they started like unaliving each other, and they was family. I always heard about the Hatfield and McCoys. 100%. But number one topic is, no matter how much you see on the news, no matter how much you see in the newspaper or on social media, stay cool, stay calm, meditate. Some say pray, but meditate. Keep your body cool, keep your mind calm, keep your mind at ease. There's so much stuff going on right now. The thing you got to concentrate on now is just keeping your mind at ease. Keep your mind at ease. Just don't worry about anything. Just keep your mind at ease. Your mind is very important right now. At this point in time, there's so much money going around. Everybody and a lot of people's poor. A lot of people wealthy and rich. But how many people are at peace? How many people in this world today is at peace? Somebody in the chat, let me know. How many people in the world today is at peace? With so much going on around them. All this stuff happening at all the times. You look at commercials, the news, the internet. Everything is havoc. Everything is havoc. You don't hear nobody talking about like growing roses. Oh, I just grew some roses. I grew some roses right here in my front yard, and the roses are beautiful. The roses are very beautiful. You don't hear nobody talking about roses these days. That would be good news. talking about roses and how to grow them and things like that. Now everything's about politics and politics and politics. Man, it's really, really bad. But now we gotta focus. You have to focus, people. You have to focus. Focus on what you need to be doing. Focus on what's going to make you better. Because the only people that you're competition against is yourself. You're not in competition with nobody else but yourself. You have to be better than yesterday. You have to be better than yesterday. And be better than the day before yesterday, because the only one you're in competition with is yourself. Don't worry about what people think you. Don't worry about what's on TV. Don't worry about what's on the radio. Make yourself better. And it's not being selfish. It's not being selfish. The only thing that it's doing is making you better so you can help somebody else, so you can help other people. That you can help other people. Making you better so you can help other people, because if you don't clean up your own backyard, you can't clean up nobody else's backyard, It don't work like that, man. You have to be the foundation. You have to believe in yourself and achieve things that accomplish things that you're better than the next day than yourself that you was yesterday. And once you start to just drop all this stuff down at the wayside and don't let it get on your nerves, don't let none of this stuff get on your nerves at all, and be able to look at things in your own perspective. Because I tell you, people, we are only here for under 100 years, 103. I don't think anybody is sleep past 140. Maybe there's some that last past 140 with a very rare moment. But as long as we're here, we need to stop worrying about shit, man. Life is short. Life is short. Life is short. We need to stop worrying about stuff, 100%. We need to stop worrying about stuff. You remember when we was kids and we lived with our parents, we didn't have to pay no bills? What was you doing? What were you doing when you was living with your parents and you didn't have to pay no bills? You and your best friends, the next door neighbors, all the next door neighbors next door, having parties, little parties you thought was a party because you guys are so young and I was young, and you thought like potato chips and juices, and we're having a party already with bingos, 100 bingos for $1. You get 100 pieces of candy for $1. You guys don't remember that? $1 was big. Now, this show you how much greed happened. When I was a child, I could have got 100 pieces of candy for $1. $1, I get 100 pieces of candy. And all the kids around, 100 kids, I could give 100 kids sweets, including myself, I'll take a sweet, and everybody else for $1 is getting jacked up off bingo candies, dollar bingos. We used to go to the store named Caroline's. I don't know people up on that Caroline's. That was Port Richmond. That was the Port Richmond joints. The Caroline's is up in Port Richmond, 100%. You had two of them. No, you had two of them. Yeah, you had two of them in the Caroline's in Port Richmond. You had Caroline's off of Maple and Faber Street. You had Maple and Faber Street right there. You had Caroline's. Maple and Faber Street in Staten Island. They were like parallel. They were like parallel from each other. and then Caroline's was right around the corner. In Caroline's, I'm talking, this is about 1970. It's probably like 1978, 1978, probably 1978. 1978 is the first time my mom asked me to go to the store for her to get her onion. And I was a shorty. Hey, 1978, I was a shorty. I was a shorty rock. Shorty rock. Thought I was holding up the block, but wasn't holding up nada at all. But yeah, man, the first time my mom ever asked me to go to the store and get her an onion, I was happy like a motherfucker because I thought I was so young before, you know, for your mom to ask you to go to the store. It's like, I'm getting bigger, I'm getting older, you know. In my head, I was like, I'm getting older. My mom asked me to go to the store for an onion. Oh yeah, I was pumped. I was hyped. Yeah, I was older. You know, but for all y'all that didn't know it all, I had to come outside. My mom sent me the first time to get an onion. I came outside, and if you didn't know, like in New York at that time was like that was like the Malcolm X, almost coming off the Malcolm X era. So it was like bean pie, my brother, bean pie, my brother. You need a bean pie, my brother, bean pie. You know, and I'm like, yeah, I love them bean pies, man. From the Muslims, love the Muslim bean pies. I love them. But then you come out and you got to deal with all this shit. You come out and the guards are in front of your house building. Tell me if I'm wrong. You come out as a little boy, you're ready to go to the store from your mama, send you to the store to get her an onion, and you happy because it's the first time she sends you out there to get you an onion, and you're like, oh, I'm getting older because my mom could trust me to go out a little bit further from the house to get her an onion. But when you go outside, you have to go through all this, and this is New York. So this is what New York's about. When you step outside the door, ever since I was a little boy up in New York, when you step outside the door, there's a whole rendezvous of shit going on. Like, you don't even have to make plans that day. You don't have to make no plans. When you live in New York, you don't have to make no plans at all. Because the plans are going to come to you. As soon as you step foot out the door, in the house, New York is never, like, it's really a serious song where Wake Up in the City That Never Sleeps. That song, New York. Wake up in the city that never sleeps. And that's true as shit. Because New York don't never sleep. And there's always a good time. There's always a good time in New York. Always. Respect to your first comment. Kenny Ramirez, respect to your first comment, Kenny. Thank you for joining into the live, Kenny. 100%. Thank you for joining into the live. I respect that, man. Respect Kenny. Kenny Ramirez, JK9RH. Hey, shout out Strandhard. Strandhard came up in here. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Strandhard up in the house. Strandhard. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know if I am or not, but I hope I am. Yeah, but all this stuff going on in the world today, man, all this stuff that you see in the TV and all that stuff, don't let it bother you. There's too much stuff going on. Why do you think a lot of people's being unalive right now? A lot of people's being unalive. All right, what we're inventing. I'm gonna give you an invention that you could take and you could probably make money. Who that? Who said that? What are we inventing today? Um, Brad Pittler. Brad Pittler. Brad Pittler. Let me see if I come up with something that I can invent something Brad Pittler for today. Because a lot of people stole my ideas, but I give you one today, Brad Pittler. That's really cool that you asked me that. Maybe something that nobody else has. Let's see. Brad Pittler, thank you for tuning in, chat to the live. See if I can think of a invention for you that's gonna make you some money. Just thinking right now, Brad Pittler. Sorry about that. Just thinking for a minute. I got your invention coming up. It ain't gonna take long. All right. So, all right, Brad Pittler. Got it. So we have to make oxygen for little tiny fish tanks. Like if you have a big old fish tank and you want to take your fish with you, you're not gonna put it in a bag. You're gonna put it in a fish bowl, or you could put some type of oxygen in the water with the fish bowl. I don't know, but this is just for you. This is just for you, Brad Pittler. You kind of put oxygen. This is like a quick delivery of fish because people make the fish shovel. You can't put that fish, big ass fish, in the bag. You can't put that big fish in the bag. So maybe you can get a little bit off of this. You can't put it in the bag. So now you want to get like a little emergency. So suppose you got to leave real fast. This is the thing. Suppose you got to leave real fast, but you need an emergency kit that'll keep your fish alive. So now you got to make some that you can throw in the water or store them into that's like real fast, so you can take your fish up out of there if you have expensive fish. You gotta make something so those expensive fish can leave your house if you're leaving your house in a hurry. How's that sound? I don't know if you were listening or not. Are you serious, man? For real? Oh man. I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope so. Yeah, it was sort of a brilliant idea, and it would work. Yeah, man, like some kind of oxygen H2O. Like you can just like how they make clean water. You can put a fish stamp on it. You know what I mean? Like how they make all the clean water so you can drink it. But this one you can put like a fish stamp on it. Like it's killer. Yeah, man. I can come up with inventions, man. I can come up with big inventions. Anybody ask me to make them invention, I can come up with an invention. But that's not what my page is about. My page is about like things like no matter what you see on TV, don't let it control your mind, Yep, no matter what you see on TV, don't let it control your mind. Be at ease. Breathe easy. Breathe easy. One breath out, one breath in. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Woosah. Woosah. Breathe. Yes, breathe. Just breathe. Oh. Forget about what's on the TV, on the radio. Just take a good breath. And enjoy life. Yes. Smell the roses. Smell the roses of life. Forget about what's on the TV and the radio. These are frequencies that don't agree with you. The only frequency that really agrees with you is this. Breathe in deep. Breathe in deep. Keep it in for about 3 minutes. Keep your breath in for about 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, and release. Don't breathe in for about 3 minutes. Wait for 3 minutes. 3 seconds, and suck back in. Hold for 3 seconds, and breathe back out. Hold for 3 seconds, and breathe back in. Breathe. Meditate. It's this time. We're getting into meditation because there's so much going on around us. There's nothing else other than meditation. You guys have been praying for a long time. Let the meditators step in now. The one to get. Let us step in now. Yep. The meditators step in now. For meditation. Let us step in. If you don't know, prayer isn't good without action. Prayer isn't good without action. You can pray all day, but if you don't act on it, it's not going to happen. Like for instance, if I have a flower and my flower is dying, like in my living room, if I go to Walmart or Lowe's and get a flower, or Home Depot and get a flower and put it in my living room, and the flower starts dying, and I start praying for the flower, if I start praying for the flower to live, if I start praying for that flower not to die, praying for it, guess what? That flower's gonna die. But you know how the flower's not gonna die? If I get up off my knees and water that motherfucker, if I water the flower, if I nurture it, if I put good soil for the flower and put it into my work, then that's when the prayer works. Because prayer and meditation without work is useless. Useless. You can pray all day, ain't nothing gonna happen. But once you take them 2 steps, that's when it happens. See, meditation is different. Meditation is from the soul and spirit. You're moving around from the inside. That's different from prayer. When you're praying to something outside your body, you're praying this. What are you praying to outside your body? And then the thing that you say is outside your body tells you to pray inside your body, but you don't listen. This is crazy. The evil entity is going to tell you to pray outside your body, and you do it, But then the evil entity also says, tell you pray you inside your body, and you don't listen. Yeah, so don't listen to anything on TV at all. It's just there to make you go crazy. It's 2026. We made it this far. For all the people there who knew I'm talking to them, we made it this far. It's 2026, and we already made it this far, man. You know, for all my OGs, know what I'm talking about. We was blessed to make it out those streets, God. We was blessed to make it out those streets, God. You know, not knowing how dangerous those streets was. Those streets was mad dangerous, bro. You know, being thankful, out of breath sometimes at your crib, thankful to the Holy Mother that you made it home. Yeah. Man, I used to have a brother. That used to run outside his socks. And he'd be having them fat shoelaces on his Adidas. And then he'd be running from the projects and run out his shoes and come home in his socks. Remember them fat laces, different, and that shoelace, it was tight. Back in the day with the fat shoelaces. What you know about that? What you know about the fat shoelaces? Somebody let me know in the chat. Let me know what you know about fat shoelaces. What you know about fat shoelaces back in the day? That's why I say no kids allowed, man. Soon like the kids jump up on my feed. I say no kids allowed. I don't know what they up here. I put this live's not for kids. But they up here anyways. So, I'm not doing anything worse than what you're going to see on TV today and on TV for the past years. I'm not doing anything worse than the news. So my stuff is legit compared to Channel 7 News. All the other news is on TV. I'm clean. Yeah, I love everybody, man, you know. Love everybody. I want to know about different cultures, eat different food. That's one thing I miss about New York is the food. I miss the food. In New York, the food, oh, man, you talking about good food up in New York? Man, New York had the bomb food. You can get food from all over the world in New York. People ask me, have you ever had this? Yup. Have you ever had this? Yup. But I won't eat it no more. I had that, but I won't eat. Hey, what's that meal? What's that meal that y'all had that you guys don't eat no more? I'll never eat chitlins. I'll never eat chitlins again in my life at all. I tried it, and my cousins love chitlins. My cousin loved chitlin with hot sauce. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating no chitlins at all. Man, let me tell you about a story about some chitlins. When you live in the projects, are you going to visit your family in the projects? You're going to visit your family that lives in the projects? And in the projects is like really tall and wide, and there's a lot of people up in the projects. You can always tell when somebody's cooking chitlins because everybody's outside. You can always tell when somebody's cooking chitlins in the projects. Straight up, because everybody's outside, man. Oh, man. them chitlins be rocking. And if you don't know what to do with them, I don't take my chances on people that don't know how to take off the membrane and clean them real good. Because if not, you eating that dookie, man. You eating dookie lens. The chitlins, and the chitlins ain't being cleaned properly. You eating dookie lens. I don't eat everybody's chitlins, man. But I tell you, I will eat some tripas. I will eat some tripas de leches. I will eat some tripas de leches, baby. Yeah, tripas is a little bit cleaner. I like the tripas de leches. It's a little bit cleaner. It's a whole lot cleaner, The tripas, they're really cleaner. I like them when they're fried. They kind of like baking it. Oh, man. You got that milk sipping out of the tripas, man. It's so good. Nice and crunchy. Oh, man. So the tripas de leches is a little bit safer than them chitlins, man. Them chitlins are dirty from the pig. But how we do most of the time, we eat the pig from the snout to the bout. We eat the pig from the snout to the bout. Pig ears, pig nose, pig lips, pig thighs, pig the whole pig. We even eat the pig nothing. Like there's nothing left for the pig, we eat that too. we eat the pig nothing too. Ain't no pig left, we eat that too. Yeah, man. Yeah, we eat that too. Well, it's good, man. I hope I kick out some good vibes to everybody tuning in. Much stuff that's going on in the world today. I hope you find my channels soothing, to try to get you out of some of this bull crap of looking at TV and stuff, Well, I can soothe you by just telling you, like, everything's going to be okay, Everything's going to be all right. I know we're going through some hard times right now. I know all of us are going through some hard times right now. But everything's going to be okay and all right now. Don't be frustrated. Don't be frustrated at all. Just relax and breathe easy. Breathe and relax. Go to a point, whatever makes you happy now in this day and time, whatever makes you happy, you got to do it. Nothing to add on to the thing that's going on right now, but peace. Because peace is the new money right now. Peace is the new money right now. You have to find somewhere to have your peace. Even if it has to be by yourself, you have to find somewhere to have peace, Because peace, and you talking about, they bringing like people dying, like after a while, 30 years old is going to be the unalive number, you know what I mean? After 30 years old, it's going to be the unalive number, They're bringing that back because everybody's going to be all stressed out. But stay away from the stress, man. There's ways to do it. There's a way to stop looking at TV and to shut all that down, That's putting all the garbage into your brains. Just stop looking at it and make your own content. If whatever you want to see on TV, that's you. Go ahead and do it. Now you can do it. Now you got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms. You don't even have to have nobody to ask no more. Now you can do it yourself. No Hollywood, no nothing. Now, right now, hello, you like being on film? You like being on camera? Well, there he is, right here. Whatever floats your boat. I think YouTube would do that, float my boat. That's what it's doing right now. I like being on camera, see? So like being on camera, go right ahead. You don't need no more studios. You don't need no more producers. You don't need no more radio. You don't need none of that stuff. It's all at your fingertips right here on YouTube. Right on YouTube. It's all at your fingertips right here. How you be famous? Right on your phone. All that other stuff is when you're going to somebody for help and going to this one to try to help you do this, and that's over. You can do it yourself now. Now you can do it yourself. Ain't nobody, they ain't gonna be making no money producing and doing all that stuff. Just do it yourself, right on your phone. You don't need to go to the studio no more. Especially all this whack ass music around here. Music is whack. A lot of the music is whack. Did you see? Oh my goodness, people. Chat. I used to be a fan of this guy. Chat. I used to be a fan of this guy. I ain't holding his name back no more. Kid Rock. Man, Kid Rock used to have some dope ass music, man. I like Kid Rock, man. What happened? What the hell happened to Kid Rock, man? What the hell happened to Kid Rock? That Cowboy Baby was all right. Cowboy Baby. And the Cowboy Baby. That was all right. But now I'm like, Kid Rock, man, what the hell you spend your time getting fucking drunk and high? Man, Kid Rock sound like shit at the Super Bowl. Holy shit. I couldn't even believe it was him. Lord have mercy. Yeah, you guys avoid all this dirty water that they put inside our minds. That's all they're doing. Especially for Black History Month. Black History Month is supposed to be peaceful. It's a month of the people who put this country together, and is being disrespected on a high rate. Our president disrespected Black History Month. I think he was the first one to disrespect Black History Month, you know. Now, all you hear about is things like the ops unaliving people right now on Black History Month. So now, what does that make you think? They're just trying to get you angry, and you feeding into people trying to get you angry. Man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Be cool, be calm. Don't get angry. Stay selective and stay calm. The calmest one in the room is the toughest one in the room. The loudest one in the room is the weak. The one that talk all the shit is weak. But the quiet one, it speaks noise and leverage, you know. Don't worry about none of this stuff at all. It's a propaganda. And no matter what type of war it is, no matter what type of war it is, it's worth money. So they're making money on cold wars, hot wars, cold or hot, nuclear warm, wars, and they're making all this money, you know. Long as you say it's a war, but it's not really a war. But y'all be safe, man, because a lot of stuff's going down right now. The best thing, the very best thing that you can possibly do now is I'm asking you in the chat and all around the world is to protect your mind. You got bull crap coming into your head left and right, south, north, west, east, into your head. Protect your mind, man. They're gonna try to make you go insane. Take it easy, man. Love y'all guys, man. Take it easy, chat. Peace.